Nobody starts at the finish line. You have to start somewhere. In order for you to get to where you're going, to meet that destination, you can't think that you're going to get there instantly.
Welcome to another episode of the Mrmindfulminute podcast, where we touch on different things, on different areas of life, on how we could go from a nothing place to a something place. And today we have a special guest. I'm going to let her introduce herself. Please tell the people what you do and where you are from.
See, this is what you guys call not knowing, just like off the rim. I messaged this man the day before. He's like, you know what? I got 10 seconds or a couple minutes to figure out who the hey is this lady that wanted to know. She a bot. And first off, shout out to you for not even deleting my message, for not thinking I was spam. I definitely appreciate it, because people don't want to give me a chance. I'm like, how dare you? That's why your credit score is low. But I know why your credit score is high, because you be giving people like me chances. My name is Kyndra Crump. Y'all can just call me Ken. Okay, Ken just short for Kyndra. From Atlanta, been here since I was 0. So you know how you've been in a place for so long, you get bored and want to travel out. Well, I'm trying to travel to rapper The Game's house. Okay, Jason Terrell Taylor. You hear me? You see me. All right, respond back to my DM that I sent you on April 19, 2020, 8:08 p.m. and April 19, 2021, 9:38 p.m. I'm not playing with you. Yeah, recent college graduate, but I'm going back into school, so eventually I can get my psychology and my degree in child psychology, my PhD. So y'all can call me Dr. Crump eventually. You can bring your baby's kid to me, but if they start acting up, I'm gonna smack them like they a fly in my face. Smack them against the wall. Don't you play with me. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
So if you have not realized already that she is a very, very funny comedian, and she brings so much confidence and joy to people by helping them to actually laugh. Look, I'm just laughing right now hearing all the things that you say. I'm like, yo, you gotta be kidding right now, right?
Listen, not at all.
And I just thought it was real funny. The fact that you even, you DM me. Is very rare that, people will say, hey, I want to get on your podcast and things like that. And I was looking at it like, okay, is this spam? And I said, you know what? I'm not going to just delete it. I'm going to actually follow through, and I'm going to look at some of her stuff to make sure it's not spam. And I'm glad I did, because you are hilarious.
Yeah, and to all the other people out there who all the other podcasters who don't want to give me a chance to just delete or just read the message and respond back, they're going to be sorry once they realize that I'm actually charging people. I'm coming to y'all while I'm free for now. But the ones who overlook me, I think 250. Is 250 good for an interview? 250 it is. There it is.
See, look, there it is. You already spoken. 250. Look, the good thing I'm grandfathered in. You know what I'm saying?
You are, listen, you already in. That means that you can have me on. Man, how'd you get Kyndra Crump? Well, did you delete her message? Yeah. Why'd you do that? Well, she had 5,000 followers at the time. Bro, you stupid. Yeah, I know. All right. I mean, come on now.
Now, just as far as I just want to dig a little onto the more serious side, because you said that you was in school for psychology and childhood. Where did the transition come in at from you doing that to you? That's almost like night and day. So how did you get in from that realm to this realm?
So I've always, had multiple dreams growing up. Like, I'll tell you guys a list of different things I want to do. One of them, I wanted to be a WWE diva wrestler, right? And I thought that would be to get in the ring with my first Jungle Fever boyfriend, John Cena. Then it was going to be me, him, Randy Orton, Batista, Shawn Michaels. It was going to be a choo-choo for real. Back to the story. But I had my eyes on John Cena. I always got excited when he would take his shirt off and throw it in the crowd. But the problem is, I started off my journey at riches and I'm at rags. So there was no such thing as sitting front row. Okay, you had to sit at the nosebleed, and we couldn't even ask to eat no food. We had to eat beforehand. I'm like, bull crap. Back to the story. So I wanted to be a WWE Diva wrestler. Then I realized that they want you to be like 140 pounds. Honey, I'm 175 with a whole wagon back here. Okay, I be dressing like I'm a Muslim in person, but y'all, man, y'all still got X-ray vision. I'm like, hey, how can you see that? I got a whole stripper body out in these streets, man. Back to the story. So I wanted to get that. You know something that it's like for me personally, those wrestling moves hurt. I'm pretty sure there's some men out there still slapping being gay on. They have to say no homo first, unless they, it's their month. Okay, so they have to be slapping being gay on, 20 years later because they did like some wrestling moves with their cousin. And like, have you ever did like some WWE like wrestling moves before?
Oh, for sure. I was a wrestler in high school, so I know all about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? So so did you have a scholarship for wrestling?
No.
Oh, so you were pretty much good. You pretty much did it so you wouldn't be doing felonious activities in the streets, right?
Basically.
Okay. All right. I always thought like when I came across people who would do felonious activities in the streets, but they were still out there hooping and doing something. I'm like, bro, which one do you want? It's like you're trying to start two gods. Do you want the felonious activity God, or do you want the in-school basketball boxing God? Like, you can't serve both masters. Back to the story. So I just thought, like I said,
I love the back to the story. I love how you go away and just say back to the story. I love it. Good to you.
That's one of my little trademarks, So for me personally, I just, always love talking to children. I always felt that the root cause of a lot of adults' trauma results from childhood. 99, I'm probably 100% sure. I'm always right. It's because my dreads help me too. But back to the story. With all that being said, I always thought like hanging around children, it's just like a connection of oneness. And no, does not mean I'm remedial, guys. I can hang out with anyone. I just like that pureness when it comes with children and stuff like that. It's beautiful, But no, comedy just, it was always here. I never tried to be funny. It just came natural. So people kept saying, hey, you are hilarious. You need your own TV show. So I started off with Snapchat in 2016 with the Kyndra Crump show. I would like that would be my ad lib when I first get on. I'd be like, "Hey, welcome to the Kyndra Crump show. Today we're gonna be talking about," and so I would always, start off talking about vulgarity stuff. It was like I was writing Lil Kim's hardcore album. Actually, I am one of the writers. She just doesn't want to put my name on the credits because she's a hater. Back to the story. That's why she can never grow. All right, that's it. Back to the story. Haters don't be growing; they stay where they at. Back to the story. So, with that being said, I had to start studying after other comedians, and with those other comedians that I started studying after, I said, okay, you can be funny and still talk about multiple topics. Like a real comedian can make you laugh with it without using profanity. And y'all, let me tell you something. Prior to me recording, I said, do you want me to keep it clean or dirty? He's like, I prefer clean. I said, okay, well, good. I can do that. Like, if you want to be Dora the Explorer around here, we can do Dora the Explorer. Okay? It don't have to be HBO today. That's fine. And that's the same thing with someone rapping, like freestylers and stuff like that. You got people out there, if you can freestyle on beat without using profanity, dropping bars, you got a talent. Shout out to all the men out there or women who are 45-year-olds and they're trying to go start their rap career. Just go start a jazz career. Okay, nobody wants to hear your tape at 45 years old. You on the side of the road trying to sell out CDs. Like, oh man, can you listen to my CD? It's $5 and they give you a blank CD. Come on now, we know the hustle. You better start out for free. You better start giving them out. Do like so. That's how you're supposed to do it. Give out your CDs for free, and then eventually it's gonna hit the right hands if you invest into your career. Okay, don't be trying to hustle somebody. I'm the one out here hustling folks. I'm the one who started that movie Hustling Flow. Okay, they got that idea for me. I'm pimping out here. Back to the story.
No, hold up now. 2 Chainz started kind of late too, so we ain't even gonna go.
Well,
there.
Okay, pause. I'm about to give you the real deal, Holyfield. Okay, Tahid Epps. Yes, I know his government name because I looked on Wikipedia. So Tahid Epps.
Look on Wikipedia.
So Tahid actually started in his mid-20s, all right? But like mid to between 25 and 29, like mid-20s, let's just say 25. He was on Disturbing the Peace, for all the ones that don't know. That's Ludacris's record label. And he was on there. But one thing you realize is, and this is a life lesson, I'm pretty sure with him, is that just because that person's your friend doesn't mean that they have the best interest at heart for you. You know how many people are out there are actually your friend in quotation marks, and your friend, you know, when you out there, you know, up until you're doing good. Some people just want your spot. Like, you wouldn't believe, I'm pretty sure you got some people that you done came across, heard about your podcast, and they are just sitting here just, you know, secretly hating on you. Like, let me ask you something. Have you ever told somebody some good news and you could just see the hate in their face?
Oh, for sure. Even if you're not looking at them, you can feel it when you hear it. You're like, you happy for me, but you low key ain't happy for me.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm pretty, and one thing, and it's, and mind you, Ludacris, one of my favorite rappers. I actually, you know, I grew up a preacher's kid, so there was a lot like that I couldn't listen to. So I listened to his Word of Mouth album a few years ago, like literally a few years ago, and I got so excited. I started calling up everybody. Hey, did you hear Ludacris's Word of Mouth album? Like, Kendra, you 20 years late. You were like 20 years late. Why are you now listen to his album? And I had to sneak and listen to it with headphones. I gave it a standing ovation. But at the same time, even though I know for a fact that he, you know, his wordplay is crazy, he's really talented at what he does. It doesn't exclude him from not being a great person. And so what happened was Ludacris, if you think about it, and he's not the only person who does this, but if he sees somebody that's like outshining him, they're not gonna get far. Look at Field Mob, okay? And you know, they were pretty good, but like they were on his label. They didn't, and they talk about, you can, guys, I'm not even sitting here trying to be no TMZ. This is actually, like, you can look this up, what I'm telling you, you know. But with that being said, with Tahid, he actually had to pay a lot of money to get out of his contract, because it's like 3 years gone by. How come he's not out there selling out shows? How come his name is not as big as Luda's? So of course he had to pay a lot of money. Look, I even did some more investigation. Ludacris is following 2 Chainz, and 2 Chainz ain't give a damn about Ludacris. I'm not following you. I love it. I mean, I don't know. That was like a year ago, but I'm pretty sure ain't nothing changed. Come on now. Like, they already have their accounts. Most of them have their accounts ran by, you know, their label. So with that being said, you know, 2 Chainz is definitely a prime example, but he already was out there in his mid-20s. You know, you got to start young, because if you don't start young, you start late, it's going to be a higher percentage of you not being there. You got to start young, man. It's like trying to be an opera singer at 50. Come on now, you should have had some lessons and everything.
All right, so now, all right, okay. And I'm glad you said you got to start young, right? So my question now is, how early of an age did you start into actually like saying, you know what, I want to make people laugh?
More than like, I mean, okay, been funny. Everybody's been telling me this since I was high. I didn't take it seriously until 2016. So this is like right after graduating high school, you know. Okay. And so with that being said, that's, like I said, that's when I started Snapchat. I said, let me go full throttle, and then I imported the videos to Instagram late 2017, early 2018.
Okay. All right. Now, do you feel as though that once you become Dr. Crump, I'm going to speak it right now, right? When you become Dr. Crump, is it going to be you using your comedy to also help children as well?
Yeah, you know what? So let me tell you a quick little story, 5 minutes or less. All right. So get your popcorn, get your Similac and your 40. All right. You ever had a 40 before?
I have.
What did it make you feel want to pour out the liquor for the dead homies? Like, does it give you that urge?
Nah, I just wanted to continue to drink.
So let me tell you what happened. I did a joke with this child and her mother. I'll tell you the joke. All right. What do you call a dog with no legs?
What do you call a dog with no legs?
Nothing. He ain't gonna come anyway. So with that being said, I said that mama and daughter started laughing, and then the daughter's like, oh, "I got a joke. It's okay. Go ahead and tell me." And her joke, I was trying to figure out what the joke was. I felt like she wanted to try to outshine the comedian, and I looked at her and I telepathically told her, "You lost 0-1." You know, I don't know if she got the message because she kept talking. Anyway. With that being said, it's like, yeah, I can do that. That's a great way of looking at things.
And I mean, I think that that's really, really good, especially what I specialize in as far as personal development and mindset. People really do need something that's going to create a level of confidence in them. And so you using the comedy actually not only gives confidence to yourself, but it also gives confidence to other people to be more comfortable in talking about different things. So I like how you really do that. You bridge that gap of, let's talk about this stuff, but let's make a joke out of it at the same time, because we know there's always truth in all jokes.
That's actually very true. That's actually very true. Like, and I done caught some guys, trying to get slick with me. No, I'll just play. And I'm like, sir, you were not. You tried it, and I don't hear back from them no more. I'm like, you tried it.
Yeah. So, all right. So now we know that you're on the path of being a doctor, on the path of being a comedian at the same time. Would you say that one would be harder than the other? Because automatically it's like, all right, you're trying to be a doctor. That's obviously hard. But people probably wouldn't know what the struggles is like, you trying to be a comedian upcoming. Would you say that it's equally hard, even though they're doing two different things?
First off, shout out to you with your interviewing skills. I can't. Hey, are you good at shooting dice as well? That's so stereotypical. Don't answer. You are really good. You got a whole talent out here.
Because I'm black, and because when I eat peas, I shake my hands up like this, right?
You know what? Real quick. So I was had a conversation with this girl who's in the Army, like, young adult girl, probably around the same age. And you know how Black folks, if we have, it says Betty Crocker butter, it's not gonna be butter 9 times out of 10. After a while, it's food in there. So I had one of those. I had like a big tube of, like, it said yogurt, right? And like I said, as Black person, we know, hey, that's some food in there, unless they're weird like that and they just want to eat butter. But the average person ain't gonna do that in public. So she had said something about, oh, what's in there? And I was like, I gave her the look, like, and I had to show her, like, oh, okay. And so I said, hey, do you like fried chicken? And then she said, she's like, yeah, but I don't eat a lot of it. I said, do you have a car that sits on fofos? It's like, what's up with these stereotypical questions? I'm like, because you didn't know that this was actually food in here, not no freaking yogurt. But anyway, back to your question. Comedy's hard because people, number one, they want you always tell me a joke. You tell me a joke. Like, don't do that. Comedy's hard. A lot of people don't want to give you a chance. People will accuse you of stealing their material, when people should realize that nothing is new under the sun. So why do you care if somebody stole your material? Unless you are like Carlos Mencia. Like me, this is how I am naturally. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just saying things that it's coming off the top of my head. My mom always told me, think before you speak, and I never did, because my brain started hurting. I felt like it was cooking, and I don't want my brain to explode while I'm talking to you. I think that's gonna be an ugly sight. Kaboom! I don't want that. I got a joke for you. Imagine cheating on an Arab, then boom. Nothing else, just boom. Anyway, so it's like for me, nothing's new under the sun. I like hanging out with elders because they are hilarious. And I ask them, can I steal this from you? They're like, Kyndra, I ain't on social media. I don't care. Cool. All right, let me put that in there. Then I got a homeboy of mine who's definitely not on social media, but his brother is freaking hilarious. Hey man, can I kind of take that from you? He's like, yeah, Kyndra, that's fine. The only hard issue is if if I go, if I don't remix it to myself, I know I'm gonna have somebody. So tell me about the chivalry joke. How'd you come across? I'm like, oh shoot. Now I gotta think on the fly. Kyndra,
Now you try to come up with this whole story on how you actually came up with it.
But
right?
you know what? But here's the thing though. There is like, okay, I made a joke about chivalry a couple of months ago, and I basically was saying that what, you know how they say the man's supposed to be on the outside, the woman's supposed to be on the inside. So in case something comes around, he can get hit with the most, impact. I said, but what if the woman has life insurance, but he doesn't, or health insurance and he doesn't? You got to take the fall, right? So I had somebody ask me about that. But, and here's the thing, even though it wasn't all the way original, I definitely still could agree with it, because I'm like, why can't a woman do more chivalrous things? The man has to break his back. Honestly, the man has to break his back for everything. He's got to go broke trying to please this woman who don't give a freak about you. Come on now, it's bull crap.
Here's the crazy thing about that. That actually started from back in the day when it was horse and carriages, and they used to throw manure out. So that was actually to stop the woman from getting hit with manure, not so you don't get hit with a car, but we still get the reason why people still do it.
Wow, you learn something new every day.
Hey, that's why you're on the Mrmindfulminute show. Come on.
Hey, did you know that we're actually not in the correct year? We're actually going by the Gregorian calendar. Did you know that?
I didn't know that completely. See, there it is.
Did you know, because we're actually all 2 years younger than what we really are. A lot of people don't know that. So there you are. Did you know? Yeah, we're all 2 years younger. In reality, we're all 2 years younger. Did you know? Oh man, okay. Did you know that the first day of spring, the New Year is actually on the first day of spring? Because why would it make sense for the New Year to start in the dead of winter? Come on now. Right. Why would that make sense? Like the New Year, spring tells you when the New Year is, so it's always in March. People don't understand that. A lot of these Christians, quote unquote, they're not supposed to be celebrating like Christmas, Thanksgiving, those pagan holidays, Christopher Columbus Day. Black was, oh yeah, I don't care about Christopher Columbus, but man, I'm about to celebrate. I'm off work. Let's go ahead and do fireworks, bro. You are celebrating what the oppressor wants us to celebrate. You are the problem. But really, Christians are supposed to celebrate the celebration of feasts, which is in April. Now there's a lot of research that I'm still doing. My mother, like I said, my mom is an evangelist. So of course, growing up, she had us in the church, but I was questioning a lot of things that people could not understand. So I don't call myself Christian. I'm a follower of Christ. I still believe in Jesus. I still pray. I call him actually Yeshua, because the letter J didn't come into existence till many decades and centuries later, man. I'm more than like
you're more than comedy. Come on.
Yes, I'm more than a fat rump and a stripper body and stuff like that now. Okay, it's some straight teeth and some nice feet that I be selling feet pictures and whatnot. Holla at your girl, $5 per picture, $10 for a video. Back to the story. With that being said, it's a lot of stuff that I know. It's a lot of stuff. Did you know that they'll never ever put the truth about who we are in a on television, but they put it in the book because they know people don't read. Black folks don't read. They'll put all of the information in the book. That they'll kill people off because they know too much, which is probably why I should stop talking. The end. I'm not gonna get you shut down. That's all I know. That's what I know now. But that's all. Anybody else want to know some more knowledge? Come holler at me in my DM.
Look, and that's what you're going to do on your other part of these shows. See, that's a whole nother spinoff.
That's it. There's not stuff that I know, but you got to realize, man, like people don't want to hear the truth. Come on, the Boondocks talked about it. You know what's so crazy? And speaking of the Boondocks, I was watching the episode about BET that they actually could not. You can't find it on Hulu. You can't find it at all online. Well, you can find a couple of episodes on YouTube, but BET was going to try to get rid of the Boondocks and like not support them because they put the truth out about them, you know? And then I'm like, bro, like when that fourth season when Aaron McGregor had sold the Boondocks, it was like he basically was acting like the same characters like in the certain episodes from the very beginning. I'm like, bro, you basically are telling us to not do this, but you did it. You sold out, man. But you know what? I'm telling you, this is how they get us. Like on a serious note, I was having a conversation earlier with this guy, and I was talking to him. I said, "Do you believe in Ancestry.com?" He's like, "I know," and he's a very woke man. And I said, man, white people are wild, man. They literally are charging us $100 to tell us where they took us from. Come on now, bull crap. So it's like, don't trust that ancestry. This is what they do. They will get other Black people, okay, use them as a pawn. You remember Henry Louis Gates, how he had that ancestry thing with Chris Rock and all these other Black folks, Tom Joyner and all this other type of crap, you know? And what they'll do is, hey, if we put a Black person's face on here, more Black people are gonna run and give us their money. And so this is what they do. And on top of that, you can't trust that ancestry because it's like, it's only probably telling you 10%. You need to go dig up my ancestors, get some of their DNA, if it ain't turned into some gravel or whatever, okay, and then ship it off to the lab in outer space. I'm pretty sure there's a lab out there in outer space. Okay, come on now. Like they say in Mars, if you 300 pounds on Earth, you really like 126 pounds on Mars, you're just on the wrong planet. Okay, you ain't overweight. All right, that's what the white man told you to believe.
You're on the wrong planet.
I'm just saying, like, it's like I said, you can't, it's the same thing that happens over and over again. And that's why once you wake up and realize, like, they will use people and they start off from when you're a child. They like, the love of money is the root of all evil. Black folks, and I'm saying Black, I mean, this is anybody, but we're talking Black people now because I want you guys to understand just the same circle and the same merry-go-round that you go on, and you need to stop. That's how they get us. They'll give a person like $1,000 to act a fool. Why is Jerry Springer still on the air? Like, why is Maury? Those reality TV shows, they're not even real. It's 10% reality, the other 90% fake.
That's because perception is reality. Come on.
I mean, but to me, it's like people need to wake up and realize, like, for example, if you're doing a nude scene, but they give you like $1 million a year, you know, for that nude scene, there's not enough money in the world for you to, you know, end up showing that part of your body to the entire world. Like, and Halle Berry in Monsters Ball. Like, why does everybody remembers that one scene from that movie? But what about the other things? What about when her son was on the road freaking dying? Nobody cared about that, but no.
Nobody cared about that.
Make me feel better, whatever she said. Come on now, back in my heyday, which was not that long ago, probably a few months ago. I used to love rewatching and rewinding the little naughty little scenes on certain tapes and DVDs and whatever, okay? I used to love doing that bull crap, okay? And I was like, Kyndra, there's much more out there than just this one scene. It's 2 seconds. Keep watching the movie. It's a better message, doggone it. You know, but I'm just saying, like,
better message out there.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, Black people, white people, period, especially Black people, y'all have to wake up, man. Y'all, still to this day, I don't understand what is it about George Floyd's very traumatic death that sparked a riot when there have been other traumatic deaths in every city of the US of A and other countries. And now all of a sudden, because one person from up north dies, oh, it's the final strike. What about, you know, Kim, you know, who was everybody's auntie on the block? Soon as she got killed, oh, nobody wants to snitch. Oh, we don't do snitching. Why not? Why not? Oh, you don't snitch. But if somebody did something to you or damaged something, you would want to know. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it starts with the, or if you snitch, oh man, snitches get stitches. And that's what prohibits people from doing the right thing, because for whatever reason, now it's like that's a bad thing. That shouldn't be a bad thing. I mean, I don't know. Like,
let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this. Is this the way that you actually put out the truth through your comedy and helping people to actually see the actualization of things by now speaking on this and then even saying back to my story by giving some truth and then making you laugh and then still at the same time giving truth? Is that what you do?
You know what? It depends on how I'm feeling. You know, it really depends on how I'm feeling. I think I do that without doing it, like subconsciously I do. You know, I try to, you got to be serious sometimes as well. Unfortunately, I don't know the transition because I be laughing at funerals, you know. So, and I'm like, Kendra, the minister did not say nothing funny yet. Don't laugh at this person. I'm like, bro, like, you know what? I realized black folks go to a funeral. They figure out a person's real name. They be like, who in the world was Linton? I thought his name was Black. No, like, don't know his name. Called him Black his entire life. Like, soon as you met him, you know. But no, I be laughing at the wrong times. Like when I was in church, and then the minister would say something, and I'd be like holding back. I'll be looking around, see if anybody else is about to laugh, and I notice nobody's laughing, so I'll try my best to hold it back, and I do pretty good.
So it's just like that just flows to you. That is just what comes natural to you. It's so easy. It's second nature. But that just really shows that we all have the ability to be confident in ourselves. We just got to find out what it is that flows through us. And so, like I always tell people, wherever your focus goes, your energy flows. And so for you, your focus actually flows through your comedy, and you actually give a lot of people the display of confidence. You show people what it looks like to actually have confidence and speak about certain things. You just use it in your comedy. And then even with, you giving that same type of message to children when you become a doctor, we're going to speak on it again. So that's the same thing. And so we know that with trauma, a lot of trauma is always going to be remembered, almost like cement on the brain. But what you actually help people to do is you help break that trauma up with your comedy and actually now re-cement something smoother. I like what you're doing with your comedy. I really do.
Thank you for giving me my flowers now. I appreciate it. Go ahead now. Look at you. That's why I had to give you your flowers early. You saw that we matched for match. I came with that premium 93 and he matched me with the premium 93. He didn't give me that 87. He didn't give me that. Do you know what Valero is?
No, go ahead. Tell me what that is too.
That's a gas station that's like it's just okay type of gas. Like you only get it if and only if all the gas pumps are empty and everything. Like there's no gas in the gas pumps or whatever.
Yeah.
Like what state do you live in?
Pennsylvania. I get what you're saying. The little mom and pop Joe, they got the watered down gas that's gonna mess your engine up.
You didn't hit me with one of those. You hit me with a BP. You got BP up there, right?
No, I see BP is good. Don't we ain't go
look. You got that. You got that. We matched each other with that Verizon type of connection. It wasn't no Mobile or no Cricket. Okay, Metro PCS. Man, I was done with Metro when I was in an area that was really excellent service and it literally had no bars. I'm like, bro, I'm going to, switching over. This is bull crap.
Come on, Metro didn't forge with T-Mobile. They winning now.
Come on, T-Mobile's still booty. Okay, come on, let's just keep it all the way real. You actually have Straight Talk, which is partnered with Verizon. So you pay. You have the actual great Verizon service, but you just pay a lot less. Because I'm not gonna be paying $300 a month for a phone that nobody hits me up on. My phone is dry like some of these people's lips.
So whoever didn't catch that, that's time for you to put a little chapstick on. Yeah.
That's it.
On that note, that's where she hit you with the straight talk and the comedian. Come on.
But thank you so much. Knowing us, we're gonna be here till the next day, and I gotta go finish doing laundry and stuff like that.
Look,
and I gotta go be a productive adult. shout out to all the people out there who don't wash their clothes on a regular, and you wonder why nobody, wants to be around you. I mean, how long you gonna plan on being smelling like the Great Depression? I'm just saying.
Look, listen, I just want to say truly thank you for actually joining on this episode, because we all need to actually see what it looks like to find confidence in us in another form, and whatever that looks like. And the things that you're doing for people by bringing that laughter and that joy and helping them to feel more comfortable to actually express themselves, and even releasing some of that negative energy that they have in them, that's what you're doing for the world. And so I just want to say thank you for what you do.
Of course. I mean, God gives us all individual talents. It's up to you to find out what it is. Do not leave this earth not knowing what your purpose is. I think I once knew, but I don't remember. And I mean, who knows? It's going to probably come back up at some point.
Absolutely. So look, tell people where they can find you at. If they want to book you for something, how can they get in contact with you?
Oh, I ain't never been really booked before, so I'm ready for it. Instagram, the Kyndra Crump Show. So D as in the, KY, N as in Nancy, D as in David, R as in Robert, A as in Apple, Crump, C as in cat, R as in Robert, U as in under, M as in Mary, P as in Paul Show. Not trying to be like no ASAP Rocky. Okay, SHOW. All right, not no money sign. My YouTube is Kyndra Crump. My own individual podcast is the Kyndra Crump Show. And I mean, hey, don't be that weird person who sits here and likes, my post 3, 5, 10 different posts, and you don't even hit the follow button. Follow me off something. If you don't want to follow me off Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube. If you don't want to do that, you need to follow my podcast. Okay, I'm trying to get as much exposure as I can. Doggone it. Tell a friend, and tell a pigeon, tell a crackhead. Yeah.
Tell a friend, tell a pigeon, and tell a crackhead. And y'all heard it first. The Kyndra Crump Show. Look, holler at her. She is definitely going to uplift you, make you feel better if you down, make you laugh. And she's going to share a message with you of something serious with something funny at the same time. So look, thank you. Remember, greatness is within you. Greatness is a mindset. And my challenge is always go be great. All right, so now it's time for Ask Mr. Mindful Minute. So, Kyndra, what is your question that you have for Mr. Mindful Minute?
Okay, what do you think does more damage? Busting a window, slashing tires, or keying a car does the most damage?
Okay, so I've been in those scenarios. And me personally, I think busting a window does more damage because it costs more to actually get it replaced. I can get my tire replaced very easy. Well, the scratch that somebody put on my car, I can go fill that in at AutoZone real quick. But the window, you bust that joker, it might put me out of commission, and I don't know when I'm gonna get it fixed if I ain't got good insurance. You feel me?
That's true. Okay, all right. Would you rather know the date of your death or the cause?
I would prefer to know neither, actually. But if I gotta take one, right? I'm going to say I like to know the call. I don't want to know the date. I want to know the call.
Okay, all right, got you. Would you take $5,000 a week for the rest of your life, but the only stipulation is not talking to your immediate family for the next 15 years?
So 5 G's for the rest of my life.
A week.
A week, right? And I can't talk to the fans. Look, I love y'all, but y'all got to go. Yeah,
your family. Okay, all right.
No, on a serious note, I probably wouldn't take the bread.
Okay, got you. Have you ever argued while being naked?
Oh, for sure.
You're toxic. Okay, great. If you can hire out one household chore, what would it be? That means like if you can just give it up for somebody to do, what's that one household chore?
It would probably be the dishes, because my dishwasher be leaving every now and again, which is, if you don't get it, that's my daughter. She the dishwasher. Sometimes she leaves. So, you know.
All right. Does it bother you if a person doesn't remember your birthday?
Nah, because I don't participate in birthday celebrations anyway.
Oh, are you Jehovah's Witness?
I am.
Oh, okay. You know, one of my favorite, have you seen the movie Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood?
Yeah.
Remember in the beginning of the movie when Sean Ashtray knocked on his father's door? He's like, "Fool, I don't want no damn watchtowers." That part has me rolling.
Well, what a lot of people don't know is the Wayans brothers actually all grew up Jehovah's Witnesses.
I know that.
So
that's what made it funny.
That's what made it funny, yeah.
Let me ask you, did you grow up in a Jehovah's Witness? Did you have to go to the Kingdom Hall a lot, or was it like you got that religion over you came into that religion over time?
It was a choice that I made when I was like in my mid-20s. I knew nothing about it before that.
How'd you get introduced to
that? Somebody just walked up to me, actually. I was walking my daughter to school and they just walked up to me. And that was the first time I've ever had an experience with anybody. I never even, I guess, being oblivious to stuff, you know, I'm like, I seen things that said Kingdom Hall. I'm like, what is that? Oh, I don't care. And I just kept on going. So that's how that happened.
Got you. Okay. All right. Well, that's not. Did you ever think about going to another religion, or
I was raised Baptist and I studied Islam for a year and a half.
Oh, okay. All right, then I'm about to speak all the language. Assalamu alaikum. I cannot say assalamu alaikum in my Christianity house. I'm like, Mom, you do know what it means, right? I'm not sitting here saying I'm Muslim now. I can't even read the Quran with my mom. Like I made the page 24. Okay, it's a slow read. All right, so come on now. All right. Okay. Does the child? Okay, wait. No. I'll ask that question in a moment. Do you believe that parents should go all out for a child's first birthday?
Again, no. You know what I'm saying? I don't think.
I mean, like even if you don't celebrate birthdays, for the parents who do celebrate.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Like I used to celebrate birthdays, and I didn't go all out for my daughter on her first birthday. Like one, she's not gonna remember. So who is it really for?
Smart choice.
Come on. It's actually the party is for all the people that get invited. Let's be real now. You know what I'm saying? It ain't for the baby. You know what I'm saying? Because we know the baby ain't eating barbecue ribs.
Okay, that makes sense. Who can pop up at your crib unannounced?
Who can pop up at my crib unannounced besides family and friends?
Yeah, well, no, just yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah, besides them.
Another Jehovah's Witness.
Great. All right then. Okay. Have you ever listened to somebody vent and realized that they're the problem?
Yes, because I analyze people. And so when people be venting, I'd be like, yeah, do you know that if you looked at it like this, you might actually be causing a problem that you are actually saying that you have.
Okay.
So I break people down with this assessments. I'm always analyzing people and things like that. So yeah.
Okay. Or have you ever met somebody's family and realized that the entire family's the problem?
Yes, I have.
Okay. All right.
Why it ain't always you. Sometimes it's them.
It is. Why are there some guys who are tough with their women but soft with their homeboys?
Because they don't actually know what it looks like to see what masculinity truly is. And so they'll be soft with their homies because they're trying to create a certain image of masculinity, and then, or even femininity, and then they'll do the opposite of what they actually should be doing. And then I also believe that that's because they don't have a certain level of respect or viewing the woman a certain way, because they should never actually come at her in a harsh or degrading way. And so I just think that everybody should be elevated to a certain space. So if you're with somebody, then obviously you should look at that person on a higher level, because you're choosing to actually be with them. So why would you actually downgrade them? And by downgrading them, you are actually downgrading yourself, because you are choosing to be with them.
Hold on, let's give a hand clap on that answer. Yeah, you better insert some hand clap thing. Okay, all right. Okay. What was the very first car you had relations in?
A Chevy Malibu.
You still have it, or was that her car?
No, that was my car.
Okay, you don't have it no more?
Nah, somebody crashed into that joke. I had to get rid of it.
Was it a woman or a man?
It was a woman.
See, women can't drive. All right, and that was the next question. Who do you feel are better grocery shoppers, men or women?
Okay, now here's the thing. It depends, because it really matters if you take good notes. So like, if you don't take good notes, matter if you're a man or a woman. But we know that most women, they like to write stuff down. So we're going to kind of go with that. But if you are a man that also likes to write it down, and women don't like to write it down, because you know, you go in the market and you're like, oh yeah, I got to go get this and I go get this. But if you go in there and you hungry, you're going to get stuff that you don't need. And if you didn't write it down, then it's going to kind of come off kind of bad. So I just think that it's probably going to be women, just because women tend to write more things down and they be a little bit more strategic. But we don't know. At least not for myself.
Okay. What about who's a better cook, men or women?
Oh man, see, it really depends. It depends on how they was raised, because my generation is like women knew how to cook, and now the younger generation, some of these women don't even know how to boil water. So it really depends on what generation.
My generation's terrible. My generation's terrible.
I'm just saying. So, you know, because I know some men that could cook fire. Like my brother could cook fire. I mean, I could cook, but more women. By me personally, I think more women can cook better than men, just because of that nurturing nature that women have. It's like they don't even gotta be like, oh well, should I put this much in it? They just like, oh, boom, I'm gonna just put the little sprinkles in there and there it go, and it's good.
All right. Okay. Who's a better driver, men or women?
Oh, for sure, men. And
Of
I'm
course.
being stereotypical. I'm being stereotypical, right? But I only say that because I've been to different countries and I've driven in different countries on the other side of the street and everything. And it's just like, even when I go over there, like Europe or something like that, and it's like, whoa, wait, even the ladies over here don't drive that good. I think it's synonymous. It's a little, I guess it's a measure of being timid behind the wheel, because that's what really got something to do with. So I just think people drive, however a person drives, that's how they are in real life. That's how I always look at it. So if you behind somebody that's driving real slow, they probably walk real slow too.
That's true. Should a baby of an unwed mother, should the last name of that baby go to the mother or the father?
It's always supposed to go to the father, by my opinion, because the child is carrying on the father's legacy. That's my opinion. So it doesn't matter if they wed or not wed, the baby is always supposed to get the dad's last name.
Okay. Who was your first or longest celebrity crush? And did you ever meet or see them ever in person?
Jill Scott.
Did you get excited with that video with the microphone?
I've never met her, but I did see her in concert once. Actually, the fact that she's from Philly, I'm from Philly, we actually didn't grow up too far from each other. So the area that she's from is like 22nd and Lehigh, and then I'm from 16th and York, which is not that far from each other. And I used to actually work at a McDonald's that was like around the corner from where she shot her first video. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Next question. What do you believe is worse? Having relations with your significant other's enemy or best friend?
They both worse. Ain't no one better than the other. They both worse. They equally worse. I'm sorry. I can't see it.
I think the best friend. My answer is best friend.
If you went to friend, and still just as bad because now the friend become the enemy.
Okay.
So I think it's equally worse.
Okay. All right. Should parents drink or smoke with their adult children?
I don't think so. I just feel as though that no matter what the age is, there always should be a buffer there where it's certain things that I'm just not going to do with you. So like, I'm never going to do certain things with my mom because I'm not going to take away the fact that you're my mom. I can't do that with you. You're never going to be my friend. But it's things that we can do, it's things we can't do, it's things that we can talk about, and it's things that we just not going to talk about. So I would never see myself doing certain social activities that I would do with my friends that I'm not going to do that with my daughter. I don't care if she is 20, I'm still 20 years older than you.
That's it. No, that's true. Okay. What's your bad kitchen habit?
My bad kitchen habit.
Just one.
I don't wash the dishes. I just rinse them off.
So how they get clean?
I leave them for my dishwasher, which is my daughter.
Oh, okay. That's all right. That's not okay. All right. Next. Is it considered cheating if a man smokes weed with a woman he's not in a relationship with? Like if he has a whole relationship and he decides to go smoke some weed with a woman that he,
you know what? Are they just friends or
they just friends? They're cool. They're just friends.
I mean, I guess it's technically is not cheating, but they are exchanging saliva together. So.
All right. Next. Should you end a friendship with people who still support people who've hurt you?
Should you end a relationship with friends with people that support people that hurt you? I don't think so. As long as that person doesn't bring that energy from their friendship over to you. So like, if you know I'm not cool with them no more, look, you don't even need to tell me nothing about them. The moment you start doing that, look, all right, I'm good. I don't even want nothing to do with you either.
Got you. Do you think getting a significant other's name tatted on you is a good idea?
I do not.
Good answer. Good answer. At what point did body count not matter to you anymore?
It never did.
Good answer. Why are there some men who are deadbeat fathers but will raise the hell out of a pit bull?
Okay, you know why? Because pit bulls listen, they loyal, and I don't have to deal with their mom the way that I have to deal with my child's mom.
Okay. All right, here's another one. Why are there men out there picky about their barber but not the girl who they have sex with?
Say that again.
Why are there men who are picky about their barber but not the woman who they have sex with?
Oh, because they got their priorities wrong. Because I care more about the dandruff in my head than my health.
That's
all I'm saying.
Do you believe? Hold on. Do you believe that leaving out details is lying?
Yeah, because a half truth is a whole lie.
Amen. All right. Do you believe that no man is loved properly unless he has money?
No, I don't believe that. But what I do believe is people love people for the wrong reasons, which is that turns into conditional love, and that ain't real love. So if I don't have this certain behavior, then you won't respond to me a certain way. So that is not real love, whether a person has money or not. That doesn't really matter. But what it does mean is if you love a person because of the things that they have or the abilities that they actually do, you'll never be in love with that person. You'll just love them. And so we know that love is just an action, but in love is a feeling, meaning you love that being. Is nothing that they actually have to do for you. You're still going to actually show up for them because of how you feel towards them.
All right, let me give about 3 more and then we can skedaddle. Okay.
All
Hopefully
right.
these have been some good questions for you. Some thought-provoking questions.
They were, and they got me laughing too. So yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. Why do some people have their own homes but will still get their mail shipped to their parents' house?
Because I'm trying to hide
Okay. Do you feel that homeless people should be left alone while sleeping in the park or other spots they find?
Should they be left alone? I think they probably should be left alone. Because some people that are homeless, they have mental health issues. And just because a person is homeless doesn't mean that they are sane. And also on the flip side, it's people that's homeless that they like, I just want to be out here. So, yeah, I just think they should be left alone personally. Now, maybe they should be given help.
So people ain't gonna want to help. This is a part two to question one. Part two to question one. Have you ever had a bad experience with a homeless person?
I wouldn't say I had a bad experience. I have experienced me trying to give a homeless person food, and they was like, "No, I don't want that. I want money." That's the only thing I've experienced. I did experience that. And then I was like, we could go over to McDonald's. I get you a cheeseburger. They was like, no, just give me $2. No, that's all right. I can't support your habit.
What is the worst illegal or legal drug in your opinion?
What is the worst illegal or legal drug? I'm gonna say anything that actually creates an addiction without letting it really be known that there's an addiction. So I think one of the worst drugs that's out there, me personally, is cigarettes. That's a drug to me. Because people are addicted to it, even though they don't consider it a drug or they don't even consider it an addiction. So we know that addiction is anything that you can't give up, or anything that you'll be willing to do, or anything that you'll jeopardize for. So we know that people that smoke cigarettes, unfortunately, you're willing to jeopardize your own health for whatever feeling that cigarette actually gives you.
I'm gonna do two more.
See?
Two more. Here's one. Why do people invite folks to parties but will tell the guests to bring items or they can't come?
Why do people invite people to parties? If you don't bring something, you can't come. I mean, me personally, I just think that it's rude to show up to somebody's house and you don't got nothing in your hand. That's just me personally. You know what I'm saying? If you invite me to your crib, I'm gonna come with something. Can I bring a soda at least? That's the least I can do. I want to bring something. I want to add some value to this party.
Okay. Last one. We're gonna end it out with a banger, I guess, or maybe my mind it is. Even though the Bible says no one's sin is greater than the next, in your opinion, what do you believe is the worst sin?
I believe the worst sin is when you actually go against the Spirit of God. It's not necessarily you going against your own body. By my opinion, is you actually going against the Spirit of God. That's my opinion.
There it is. I got 100 more different questions, but we're gonna have to do probably part two at another time. But thank you so much. I hope you enjoy it. I hope this could be a great starter conversation for families or whatever. And
there it is. And on that note, thank you for asking Mr. Mindful Minute these questions. And remember, go be great.
You're in control of how you feel. You're in control. You are the determining factor of your feelings. No one else can control how you feel. Remember, you're in control of how you feel. So control your feelings.